Beautiful day, Patriots. How are you? How would you guys like to see a nice little coincidence? I see that there's large channels out there now talking about timing in between tweets. Let's just see what happens next, I guess, yes? Well, Mr. Dan has sent out a tweet. We have been looking at his tweets the last couple days. And I'm sure it's just a coincidence, correct? But let's go ahead and see something here. I'm going to turn on my phone. And you could say, oh, sure, you've always got that. But I'll explain something a little bit more. Okay, for me to turn my phone on, I accidentally have to turn in an enter code. So let's do that. 4429. Happens to be my birth date, April 29th. So let's go ahead and we're going to look at Mr. Dan's tweets here. An hour ago he sent out a tweet, and the last tweet from 2 days ago now. So 2 days ago he sent out a tweet of President Trump, and then he sent out this with the Fox News. I don't know what news it is. I didn't even look at it. Timing in between those two tweets. On the Pacific Coast, it came in at 2:57. It depends on what time zone you're in. It might be a different hour, but the minute will stay the same. Timing in between the two tweets on Mr. Dan's Twitter page has a time difference of 44 hours and 28 minutes. Oh shoot, what was the code that I have to use to open up my phone? Oh, it would be +1, which would be 4429. My birthday, April 29th. Just like I showed you how I have to unlock my phone. It's just a coincidence, correct? Well, let's go ahead, timestamp and gap code. Gap is -1. So -1 would be 4427. Now this is biblical, correct? Let's go look at what Q drop 4427 says. 4427. What does it say? We told you proofs were going to be important very soon. New eyes, be ready. 5x5. Thank you for your service. We stand, we fight together. Organized. What does it say? Riots being planned. Countermeasures in place. Oh, that's 2 times the public is awakening. It said messages spreading far and wide the last time, wasn't it? Yes. Seeing is believing. Like I say, I'm seeing large channels finally starting to say timing in between tweets. Maybe they've got it all figured out. Maybe they do. Maybe they do. So anyways, people have been telling people proofs were going to be important. I don't know if anyone says that Q talks back, huh? What does Q talk back mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? No outside comms. Is there inside comms? Is it possible to use Q as a sounding board? Are proofs going to be necessary? Well, everything I figured out was a gift given to me by the Holy Ghost. All glory to Jesus. Let's go see what Q drop 4429, my birth date, and my phone. To unlock my phone. It's been that way for the longest time. Well, that's not it. There it is, 4429. Like I say, I'm a simpleton. I use my own birth date to unlock my phone. How ridiculous, huh? But anyways, here it is, the armor of God. I believe Michael keeps talking about this. It was his last, not when he was talking with Pastor Paul Begley, but his last actual show. He pointed out how important it is to have the armor of God on, and how the helmet, our breastplate, our sandals. He was like, I've never heard him describe it before. And here's the Q drop that says exactly that. Have faith in God and in Jesus Christ. So it's a coincidence that this is my birth date, Q drop. It's the Q drop that unlocks my phone. It's the timing between Dan's last two. Because here we go. Why people freak out on this stuff is because once they find and figure out that they're actually being watched 24 hours a day, you're not just your keystrokes are being watched or just your camera's watching you. It's on such a bigger, deeper level that people can't even comprehend it. So that when they start to do stuff like this in the AI, it gets very creepy and it gets very, well, I'm telling you that they can do this, and I'm telling you and I'm proving it, and you're like, if they sit there and did timing in between the tweets to your secret password code that you've used for every time you've ever opened a bank for 20 years, for everything, that's my security code. Luckily, I don't have banks and have anything like that, so it doesn't matter. I can freely give out my personal security code. But do you think it's just a coincidence? On the very next tweets, oh, I'm sure it is. And all you big channels and all you lurkers that now still kind of just love lurking and stuff and just want to just pretend they're... I don't know what you guys thinking, but there's my coincidence and biblical coincidence and Q coincidence and comms in the open coincidence, and I talk to Q coincidence, and I have a certain message that is super scary that I keep telling people, but yet they keep lining up the tweets saying it appears they want me to keep spreading this type of what you might call fear porn, but I say what fear porn is saying Jasira's coming and making you all rich, and the JFK Jr.'s coming back and saving your butts. I say that's dangerous and scary and definitely not biblical. Definitely not biblical. But anyways, we'll just leave it at that. I've got to go back out and finish off a little bit of work, and we'll see and talk to you again soon, I am sure. God bless you. God bless America. And God bless me, the lucky coincidence dude, Gregory Hamilton.